Hello everyone, and welcome to this video discussion about this year's special edition of the Frankfurt Book Fair. Today we're going to take a closer look at the fair's digital tools and events, which are now very much in the spotlight after last week's announcement that the Frankfurt Book Fair won't have a digital exhibition this year. My name is Hannah Johnson. I'm the publisher of Book Trade Magazine Publishing Perspectives. And I'm here with Juergen Boos, the director of the Frankfurt Book Fair, and Jenny Kühne, the project lead for the Digital Book Fair. So welcome to both of you. Thanks for taking some time to talk to us today.
Thank you.
I think we'll just jump right in here. And I know this information is already available, but for some quick context to this discussion, could you give us just a broad overview of the digital fair this year, the tools and events that you're offering, and generally how they fit together? Maybe Jenny, do you want to do that one, or Juergen?
No, maybe just a few words to introduce whatever we've been doing. When we started discussing the fair this year, it was very clear that we had to adapt to whatever's happening with the pandemic situation. So we were planning a digital fair. We were planning decentralized events in the city of Frankfurt. We were working together with the German broadcaster ARD to set up quite a program which we will broadcast from the fairground. But we also invested heavily, and thanks to the German government, thanks to our Minister of Culture, we were able to do so in our virtual program. And the virtual program is focusing on the one hand on bringing people together and supporting the rights trade with Frankfurt Rights. And on the other hand, it's actually, we focused on creating visibility for our authors, for the storytellers, for everybody who's going to be present this week in Frankfurt. But also we have a lot of people virtually. So I'm sure we can create some hype actually for the reading and for publishing this week.
Well,
and now
that's certainly
hand over to my colleague Jenny.
Yeah.
And as you can see, she's prepared to inform you about everything we've been planning.
Jenny's always prepared.
Well, thank you. I hope so. Yes, well, as Juergen said, we have had the opportunity to develop a few things for this year's first ever digital edition of Frankfurt Book Fair, the first digital program that we have put together in a short amount of time, I want to say. But I think that some of these tools will be able to, to help publishers fill some of the needs that Frankfurt Book Fair in its physical form usually fulfilled. So what's the most important thing for us is to create as many opportunities to create new contacts, to meet people as possible. Obviously, we don't know how that's going to play out in the digital realm. That's something that we're all learning together with our customers and with our clients. So yes, we're hoping that we get enough feedback to make sure that these tools then take the shape and form that is really useful for everybody. But what we're doing right now is, like I said, trying to create as many opportunities for people to get in touch and get discovered and meet new people as possible. We're doing that through several things, several different ways. So for one, we have our exhibitor catalog that is, has been online for a while, and people or our clients are used to that format, let's say. Entry in that catalog is free of charge this year, and we have enhanced the features that we provide to our publishers, so or to our exhibitors. There's the opportunity to have a banner to really create a landing page for Frankfurt Book Fair, I want to say, where you can present yourself and your company in a very thorough way. Then we also have the well-known calendar of events that we've had for a while that is also connected to the exhibitor catalog. So where exhibitors can place or enter all of the events that they're planning around Frankfurt Book Fair. It doesn't need to be physical. It doesn't need to be in Frankfurt. It can be hybrid. It can be digital. So it can take any shape or form. But we want to use the calendar of events as the central events calendar for the publishing industry and for the book community this year. So please do enter your events there. Everybody watching in. So that's one way to present the company and just be discovered. Also reach out through the events, reach out to the public and through the community that you would like to reach as exhibitor. Furthermore, we have Frankfurt Rights, which is our rights platform. Anybody who's exhibiting digitally in Frankfurt this year and has rights to sell, translation rights or others, gets a free portal on Frankfurt Rights where they can also present themselves, this time obviously with a little, with a different focus, with a different community in mind, so the rights buying community. Yes, apart from the portal, you can upload titles, you can share content information, you can contact new people. So it's basically the hub for the rights and licenses community, trying to support them, trying to get that business streamlined to a certain extent, and to provide one hub where everything can be found. Information on titles, information on publishers, like Frankfurt, but, in a platform and not in 3D. And then we have several other tools that work on a personal level. So that was more for the company, but we also have obviously people who come to Frankfurt want to engage in that contact. So we have a matchmaking tool that is working on a personal level. Anyone who's registering with My Book Fair for free can create a matchmaking profile and will be actively matched with people, but can also search through that directory and look for contacts, and can actually also video call them through that route directly. And then we have a very extensive professional program. All the information and all the exchange that's usually happening in Frankfurt, that's part of a big B2B program that we're setting up. We have a conference, we have over 70 hours of informational sessions, panels, discussions, matchmakings, pitchings. So that professional part is being covered by that. I'm happy to go into more detail later. And then lastly, that Frankfurt feeling, that factor, everybody comes to Frankfurt for a reason, and, for that serendipity moment that is obviously very hard to, or we think it's hard to emulate in the digital realm. But what we're trying to do is we're setting up curated networkings and a format that is called the Hof, which is a more informal way of networking that is open to everybody. They have different topics. We have several sessions throughout the book fair week, and also actually starting early next week, I think, with our first session. So leading up to Frankfurt, where people can come together, connect in a digital realm, in a more informal setting, discuss, but also meet new potential business partners. So we're trying to cover different aspects of what the physical fair would bring to customers and exhibitors. We're trying to move that to the digital realm, but yeah, first try. So let's see.
Yeah, definitely. I think you brought up a point that I wanted to ask about, which is this idea of trying to recreate a digital fair or a physical fair online. It's a tall order. It's a hard thing to do. I guess this is sort of two parts. How have you been thinking about that, or what kind of factors have driven your decision making? But also, is the digital fair a replacement for the physical fair, or is it kind of a complement? How are we thinking about it?
Yeah, maybe I can step in here briefly.
Yes, please.
Because when we started discussing these issues, we had some talks with people who said, now you need to recreate a fair. But then you have to understand that Frankfurt is not a fair, but it's Frankfurter Buchmesse. It's something different. We have a very special product, which is storytelling, and we need to make the people always visible behind the books, behind the stories. So our aim was to recreate that. And actually, we don't believe that virtual can really actually replace this moment of meeting people personally and understand. Even if people are chaotic, I think you need this chaos actually to create creativity. So that's so important for us. And what we created virtually I think we have this one moment Jenny was talking about with the Hof. This is about creativity and maybe accidentally meeting people, but everything else is a very focused tool to support people who cannot come to Frankfurt also in the years to come, yeah, because of travel restrictions or budget or whatever restrictions. But actually it's there to support you in your business, yeah, to support the book people in meeting other people and bringing them together. So it's not a replacement, it's complementary, it's on top of everything. But this year, actually, we have to use it sort of as a replacement. And I also have to mention that this is an experiment. Yeah, we had a few months time to prepare that. We are going to win a lot of experience this year, which will go into next year's book fair as well, which is hopefully going to be physical, but also will be supported. So actually what you're going to see this year, it's our special edition. And what you're going to see next year, it's an enhanced Frankfurter Buchmesse.
I think we're all looking forward to the enhanced Frankfurt Book Fair. Jenny, do you want to say anything about this?
I agree with Juergen, obviously. What I wanted to say is that when we thought about what we could do or what we should do, we didn't think so much about recreating Frankfurt one-on-one, but we thought about very much about the needs of our exhibitors and our customers coming to Frankfurt. So what is Frankfurt doing for them on different levels? And we were trying to find, you know, in the time that we had and with the experience that we had digitally, which is, you know, limited at this point, we were trying to find answers to those needs and try at least to provide alternatives when, you know, travel is not allowed or when the budget doesn't allow for it. Yes. So yeah, just to say that we didn't think from the Frankfurt as it is now, but we thought about what kind of needs does it fulfill.
Yeah, maybe we also have to talk about where you can find more information.
Yes, definitely. How can people find out information about all of these things? I'm assuming the Frankfurt Book Fair website.
Yes, absolutely. I actually forgot to mention one of the points because there's so much and I'm always trying to go through it very quickly. We also have thematic specials on the website. So Frankfurt Book Fair is the hub, the physical hub, and our website is basically the digital hub where you can also find all the information. But among all the other tools that I mentioned, there are also thematic specials, readers' delights and business insights pages, where our exhibitors can also for free book advertising tiles and present themselves in the right framework. So we have the readers' insights are very much focused on, you know, readers and are genre specific, and the business insights reflect the hubs that we created in Frankfurt, Frankfurt Kids, the Arts Plus, these kind of initiatives. And that is one way that we're trying to recreate strolling through Frankfurt Book Fair and just discovering things, on purpose, but also by accident is not the right word that I'm looking for, but
serendipity. Maybe.
Serendipity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, information is on our website. Sorry.
Yes. Buchmesse.de.
That's it.
Yeah. I think, Frankfurt is very much about the community and about getting people together. I think Juergen said this in another interview. I think that everyone goes to Frankfurt because everyone goes to Frankfurt. And I think, to me, it seems that the same dynamic would apply to these digital tools, that the more people who use them, the better they are and the more useful they are. So do you think that the publishing community is supporting this effort? Are you getting a sense that people are going to sign on and try this?
Yes, that's we are going to announce some numbers early next week, because we only started a few days back. Mm-hmm. But I think we really can recreate whatever's happening in Frankfurt, with hundreds of people. It depends on the tools. We will be able to create this visibility, but also there will be support to the right straight. And actually we can reach out to a lot more people than ever before. I think that's a nice thing, not only because now we can reach out to people who won't be able to travel, but we can also have these tools available for a longer period. We start before Frankfurt and they will be available throughout the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jenny?
But yes, generally, I think we get, so far I've heard good feedback, and I would encourage everybody to try the tools and you know, give it a go, see what's in there. Certainly we can only provide the platform just like we provide Frankfurt, and then we need our customers to make it, you know, to make it the Frankfurt that, you know, that we know, and the same is true for the digital. We can only do it hand in hand, and we're hoping that what we've decided upon for this year is you know, helping with the business and is fulfilling the job that we hope it is going to.
Yeah. But we are willing to learn, actually, what I mentioned before, and we are willing to listen. So if you see anything which is missing, tell us. If something's not working the way you want it to work. Yeah, we have to learn. We have to learn. Please tell us.
Steep curve for us this year.
It's been a steep curve for a lot of people, I think. This has been an interesting year when we're all trying to do new things and change our routines.
Right.
I think this definitely applies to how people approach the Frankfurt Book Fair. As, I mean, you all know, a lot of folks who come to Frankfurt like to do the same thing every year. They like to, you know, establish their routine, meet their same connections. This year, they're going to have to do something different. And I think one of the big questions for a lot of people is how much time they should invest in creating a platform or creating a presence on the digital tools. How much time should they spend uploading titles to Frankfurt Rights? I know this isn't an easy question since we're ahead of the fair, but maybe a few words about this to perhaps reassure people or encourage people that it might be worth their time to try this new Frankfurt routine.
Yeah, for us it was very important to create robust and simple tools. Yeah, we didn't want any fancy things where things would be complicated. And I think Jenny can talk a bit about how easy uploading is going to be. But actually, the more you invest into preparing yourself, like every year in Frankfurt, the more you're going to get out of it. Yeah. Yeah. Even if you go there accidentally in Frankfurt and not having any meetings, it will be worthwhile. But as all of us know, it's a time of the year where you really have to focus on your business as well. So yeah, it needs some investment, sure.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we've made the tools as easy as possible, we think. Obviously, it's always in the eye of the spectator or of the user that can differ. I think what Juergen said is true. The more you put in, the more you get out, I would think. And again, it's a bit the hen and egg situation. We know that a lot, right? That people, one's hesitant to try something new and just trying, you know, feeling like, well, I'll see what others do, and then maybe that's something I can piggyback on or that I can then use because it seems to be useful. At this point, we need our exhibitors obviously to come in, to join us, to really try it. Otherwise, if you don't come, the others don't come, and then, you know, Frankfurt Book Fair people are sitting there all alone, missing their peers and missing their customers. So it would be great. You know, I can only encourage people to try it out, to really do it, to look through the exhibitor catalog, to log into Frankfurt Rights and look at what's out there title-wise, to give it a go with the matchmaking. If someone is annoying, you can always block them. So that's the nice thing about the digital realm. It's rather easy to just touch and go.
Okay, Jenny, do you expect annoying people in our industry?
No, actually not, but we've had that question, so I thought I would preempt it.
I understand that we're also going to have some details about the conference and the B2B program announced soon. Maybe you can give us just a quick overview of what our conference looks like and what the program looks like, maybe some of the topic highlights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, I'll try to cut it short, to keep it short. The Frankfurt Conference is the main product by Frankfurt Book Fair this year. We have 4 tracks of 2.5 hours on 4 different days of the week. We start on Monday with the academic and scholarly track. Then we move on Tuesday to rights and licensing. Wednesdays is all dedicated to publishing insights, and Thursday is audio day, for the conference at least. And we have some great speakers that we can already announce, more to come, obviously. So we will have names like James Daunt, who's the CEO of Barnes & Noble and Managing Director of Waterstones. We have Jenny Fry, Commercial Director at Canongate. We have Magnus Neithel, I hope I could pronounce this correctly, the Head of International Expansion at Nextory. We have Bookwire's Global Head of Audio. We have agents speaking, 2 or 3 really top-notch agents coming. So just for the conference, we have a great lineup, and the same is true also for the B2B programming. So for formats that don't fall under Frankfurt Conference, but in themselves are great informational programs. We will have market insights together with our media partners. So really insights, deep market insights, what's going on post-COVID or during COVID, how has the market developed. We have a great Arts Plus program as well, pitchings organized, and master classes where, we talk about, well, I'm saying we, the colleagues and all of our partners talk about, the interfaces between the different creative industries, which is also a big important factor, especially now that we get more digital, and that development is being, well, quickened by COVID, let's say. And as I said, we have programming, professional programming from Monday to Friday, and at different time zones. We have over 70 hours of programming planned. So I think something's in there for everybody, I hope. And then on top of that, obviously, we have networkings and the Hof.
So you all have been very busy, and we've got a busy few weeks coming up as well. I just have one more question, which I think might give people a way to understand what they're going to be doing during the week. Could you, let's say somebody is registered as a digital exhibitor and they've got a profile on my book fair. What is their day going to look like during the book fair week? What are they going to do when they sign in online in the morning, and how do they spend their time?
Well, I mean, I would suggest, it depends on what's lined up for the day from their end. So maybe they have an event that they need to, push once more and organize. Then they could, stroll through Frankfurt Book Fair, either by accessing buchmesse.de and then going through the different business insights, getting some information, just seeing what's out there, what, competition does, what the world does to get inspired. The same holds true for the exhibitor catalog, where I, encourage people to look through and search maybe for interesting new business partners that way, or new publishing houses on the horizon. Like Juergen said, the big chance that we have in the digital realm is that people that might not have attended Frankfurt in the previous years can actually come to the digital event. So there might be, we hope there are new publishers that have never exhibited in Frankfurt actually taking place digitally. So, this is new, this is exciting. And then obviously check out the calendar of events, make sure that, the conference is on the personal agenda, and then also use the matchmaking tool and see, find new contacts, see what matches you've been suggested, and then unwind at the Hof in the evening, a bit like a Frankfurt Book Fair day, full of discovery and meetings and the very special Frankfurt feeling.
Yeah, and don't forget to see your favorite author throughout the day.
No, yeah, that's on the Saturday, especially with the Bookfest digital. You can, I think most of the publishing industry is in publishing because they love reading and they are very much in love with books. The Bookfest is the place you need to go. It's an international lineup. It's 22 hours of great programming. So one not to miss, definitely.
And just to remind people, the deadline to register as a digital exhibitor is September 30th. Is that correct?
True. Yes.
And for trade visitors or individuals who want to attend, no
There's
deadline.
no limit.
Okay.
You can create a My Book Fair profile and just get going.
Okay. Do either of you have any extra things you want to add? Anything that we missed, or any last points you want to share?
No, the only thing is that we are looking forward to see all of you, thousands of you, in the virtual world, yeah, and next year again, then physically in Frankfurt.
Definitely. Well,
To
the
see,
three of us will be there for sure, and we we hope to see other people as well. So
true, yes.
yeah.
Make sure to give it a go, to look at all the platforms, browse Frankfurt Rights, which will be live on the 1st of October, so ahead of the fair. We will go live with the exhibitor catalog and the events calendar next week. Same is true for the matchmaking tool. So you can already build up. You don't have to wait until the 12th or the 13th for it all to start. So you can slowly ease into it and then take the whole Frankfurt Book Fair week and make the best of it with us.
Excellent. Well, thank you both very much for joining me and for sharing this information. I hope it's been helpful to everybody watching. And we look forward to seeing you at the Digital Frankfurt Book Fair this year.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you so much,
you.
Jenny.